While most draft discussions tend to center around the first-round headliners, sometimes the real value lies deep in the later rounds. There's one linebacker quietly climbing up the radar, an explosive athlete whose stock might not reflect his potential simply because he flew under the radar during the college season. We're talking about a player who recently got the call for a top 30 visit with Chicago, which is significant. That kind of visit isn't just a formality. It's a major clue when it comes to actual draft targets. This player, coming out of Oklahoma State, is as underappreciated as he is electric. Although injuries limited him to just 5 games last season, he still racked up 47 total tackles, 8 for loss, and even added a sack. It's almost unheard of to make that much of an impact in so few games, but that's what sets him apart. In the season before, he recorded a staggering 140 tackles, 6th most in all of college football, along with 16 tackles for loss and 6 sacks. That's not just production, that's dominance. For a defense in transition, that kind of talent is worth watching. A top 30 visit isn't just a nod of interest, it's often a precursor to a pick. The Bears, historically, don't waste these visits. If a player comes in, they're a serious candidate to join the team. And in this case, there's a real chance to find a starter in the 6th or 7th round. Yes, a starter. Why is he flying under the radar? Size. He stands at 6 feet and weighs 221 pounds. Not exactly the prototype many teams are looking for at linebacker. But athleticism can't be faked, and when you dig into his film, one moment jumps off the screen, chasing down one of the fastest players in college football, something almost no other linebacker has done at any level. That alone is a testament to how rare his speed and instincts are. And if you want numbers to back it up, check this out. At the Combine, he ran a 4.53 in the 40-yard dash and repped 225 pounds 26 times, more than any other linebacker in this class. This is a player who, when healthy, is a tackling machine. He led the Big 12 with 83 solo tackles, added 57 assists, and did it all with range and burst that's hard to match. Still, most teams are sleeping on him, mostly due to last year's injury. But make no mistake, he's recovered, and the numbers prove it. This isn't just about one linebacker. It's about what this potential pick represents for Chicago. There's a shift happening on the defensive side, and it's more than just scheme. It's philosophy. The defensive leadership is undergoing a clear transition, and it's affecting how the team evaluates players. In the past, athletic measurables and analytics were placed on a pedestal. Players were dissected through a spreadsheet before anyone even watched them play. Now, that's changing. The new approach starts with the eye test, what a player shows on film, in live action. Numbers come later, not first. This return to a football-first mentality is exactly why a player like this linebacker is suddenly on the board. It also ties directly into changes within the linebacking core. The team's previous favorites at the position have either moved on or are nearing the end of their contracts. One former standout is now in Dallas, and 2 key starters are on contracts that either expire soon or could be cut loose in the near future due to cost or performance. There's a growing void in the heart of the defense, and it needs to be filled, not just with bodies, but with the right fit. Under the previous coaching staff, this kind of player wouldn't have been considered. The focus was on size, zone coverage ability, and specific physical traits. But that's not the direction the new scheme is headed. The current plan prioritizes pressure, quickness, and sideline-to-sideline movement. Speed and instinct are king, and that makes this player a near-perfect match. And here's the kicker. Teams in the same division have already started this trend. Minnesota, for example, unearthed a linebacker with a similar profile who's now turning into a playmaker. Same size, same intensity, same knack for being around the ball. It's working, and that success opens the door for other teams to follow suit. For Chicago, the cupboard isn't just thinning, it's nearly empty. One backup with promise is still around, but there's a real lack of proven talent, especially if the starters don't live up to their contracts. If a prospect like this can contribute early, and maybe even take on a hybrid safety role down the line, that's a rare kind of versatility to add late in the draft. This draft might not be remembered for flashy moves at the top of the board, but it could be remembered for steals like this one. A player with limited tape due to injury, overlooked because of size, but with elite athleticism and production when healthy. That's the recipe for a late-round star. And timing couldn't be better. Across the league, the linebacker position is regaining value. The rise of the running game, including recent championship teams leaning heavily on the ground attack, means defenses need faster, smarter second-level defenders. Teams are rediscovering the importance of linebackers who can move, cover, and tackle in space. That resurgence could be a massive opportunity for teams like Chicago to get ahead of the curve. Chicago's history at the position only adds to the narrative. The franchise has long been known for elite linebackers, tough, fast, and smart players who lead the defense. It's part of the identity, and there's always excitement when a new name has the potential to carry that legacy forward. This isn't about comparing anyone to past legends. It's about recognizing the mold. Coverage skills of a safety, tackling range of a top-tier linebacker, and available deep in the draft? That's something special. And just imagine this player stepping into a system that lets him play free. Attack, cover ground, and disrupt everything in front of him. That's the vision. Not a replacement, but an evolution. One that fits the modern game and the new direction of the team's defense. In closing, it's easy to get caught up in the top picks and the big names, but the real wins in the draft come from seeing what others don't. This linebacker might not make headlines right now, but the tools, the fit, and the situation all align. And that's what makes him worth watching, especially for a team rebuilding its identity on defense. He might just be the spark it needs.